Hey guys, so Incursion League was announced, so I'm just gonna run through the, what we know so far from it, as well, like, from what, they've released, and then I will be showing the trailer and everything like that, and then giving my thoughts on it, and, everything involved with it. So, from what we can see, the Incursion League, Incursion League's Challenge League, Explorer Alva Valai is searching for the ancient Val treasuring temple of Atzol. Travel back in time to discover the location of the temple and change its history to maximize your rewards. Packs of Exile's June update, including the Incursion Leagues, new items, new gems, and a massive revamp of many iconic skills. So we have a new NPC, which is this girl. She looks, she looks like a conquistador. She even has, yeah. So from what I can tell, this league, just from Outlook, looks like it's kind of based on Mayan lore. Both in the background, everything here, and then everything with it, very looks like Mayan lore. So she looks like a conquistador. So it looks like we're very, and if you know anything about that, then yeah, you could tell this is very Mayan based. So if we head down, the Temple of Atzlatl, built at the height of a long dead Val empire, the Temple of Atzlatl holds and stores of untold wealth and the population of a small city, but in the wake of a cataclysmic event, the temple and its secrets were swallowed by the jungle, forgotten by the world until now. Interesting. So temporal incursions. Each time you encounter Alva in the wilderness, she can open a time portal, allowing you to visit the Temple of Atzlatl during its construction. Your brief visit can be extended by language to its inhabitants. These visits allow you Alva to learn its location in the present day and allow you to influence its contents and reap its rewards. Plunder Atzlal's ruins. After roughly a dozen temporal incursions, Alva will have narrowed down the present day location of the Temple of Atzlal. Together you can explore the jungle, discover the temple, and claim its treasures. Each type of room in the temple has its own unique risks and rewards. Okay. What's this? Okay, so this is like showing the temple areas. So they all look very very bloody. Yeah, these look cool. Okay. Alter the course of history. Your actions in the past have significant consequences. By killing the Val architects who guide the temple construction, you can influence what rooms appear in the present day version. During your incursions, you may find keys that can be used to unlock the doors in the past, allowing access to additional rooms in the future. So essentially, each time you unlock a room in the past, you'll get another, I guess, treasure room in the future. So that's going to be very important to find. And they look like these doors, I guess. So then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 10. And then 13. So 13 temples. And you get 12 attempts, or 11 attempts. From the looks of it. So 2 of the rooms will not be able to be available, I guess, in the past. Balance your risk and reward. By traveling into the past and influencing the Val architects to upgrade the rooms they are building, you can access even greater treasures. Many upgraded rooms come with rewards worthy of the significant danger they introduce into the temple. These new items, it's a lightning damage sword. Okay, that looks pretty normal. Alres plate. This looks pretty normal. Story of the Vol. Is this a new unique item? It's a one-handed sword. It looks right. Yeah, this is definitely mine. This is 100% mine themed. 100%. But Story of the Vol Veracity Blade. 200 plus 240 accuracy rating. 100%. 116% increased physical damage. 12% increased attack speed. Plus 26 life gained on kill. 50% of physical damage from hits with this weapon is converted to a random element. Hits with this weapon always inflict elemental ailments. That's very interesting. It's converted to a random element. So if you get 2 of them, you can have if you get 2 of these, then you can have 100% elemental damage conversion. That's interesting. Fate the Vol Gemstone Sword. 400 accuracy rating. 178% increased phys, 11% increased attack speed, 100% of physical damage from hits with this weapon is converted to a random element. Hits with this weapon always inflict elemental ailments. Hits with this weapon deal 57% increased damage to ignited enemies, 52% increased damage to frozen enemies, and 46% increased damage to shocked enemies. I guess this makes sense. Oh, wait, that works well because they just did a whole bunch of ignite changes, right? Oh, that'll be really interesting to get. It's a one-handed sword, too. Oh, that's going to be really interesting with ignite. What is this one? Mask of the Spirit Drinker, Crusader Helmet. 65% increased armor and energy shield, 46% to max life. Your energy shield starts at 0. Cannot gain energy shield. 50 life regenerated per second if you have at least 500 maximum energy shield. 100 life regenerated per second if you have at least 1,000 maximum energy shield. 150 life regenerated per second if you have at least 1,500 maximum energy shield. That's a weird item. I have to think about that one. I have to think about that one and how that would be used a little bit, but that's an interesting item. Cannot gain energy shields. I wonder how that works with a couple of the skill gems too. Okay, Val skill gems and new trap gems. Content update 3.3.0 introduces 12 new gems. Because Incursion is a Val themed expansion, we're adding 6 new Val skills. In addition, there are 5 new trap skills and a new trap support gem, which helps solidify the trapper as a build to be reckoned with. Looks like I might be running traps this year. Okay, we have Vol Impurity of Fire. 16% reduced fire damage taken. Base duration is 6 seconds. You and nearby allies are immune to ignite. Nearby enemies' fire resistance is ignored by hits. Okay, that's very interesting. Val Impurity of Lightning. Cast an aura that reduces lightning damage taken and provides shock immunity to you and nearby allies and makes hits against nearby enemies ignore their lightning resistance. Can store one use 24 souls. Okay. Cast time is 6 seconds. It lasts for 6. The base duration is 6 seconds. So you can increase the duration of that with like efficacy or increased duration or something like that. Or even the nodes. So let's Val Purity of Lightning. Val Blight applies a powerful debuff to enemies around you, which deal chaos damage over time. Then applies 2 additional layers in a large area, growing greatly in size each time. Enemies are also substantially hindered for a shorter secondary duration, slowing their movement. Deals 4.3 base chaos damage per second. Base duration is 6 seconds. Base secondary duration is 3 seconds. Modifiers to spell damage applied to this skill's damage over time effect. Ooh. That looks really interesting. It costs 30 souls, though. That looks really interesting. Lightning Spire Trap. Throws a trap which, once triggered, will repeatedly strike multiple areas around it for a duration, dealing lightning damage. Modifiers to cast speed will affect how frequently it strikes. Has a higher chance to critically strike shocked enemies. Deals 21 to 64 lightning damage. Trap lasts 4 seconds. Base duration is 3 seconds. Strikes every 0.3 seconds. 100% increased critical strike chance against shocked enemies. Strikes 3 areas. So it's, what did it say? Cast speed will affect how frequently it strikes. So if you get a lot of cast speed with this, you can do pretty decent. And then trap damage and stuff like that. Okay, this looks interesting. Siphoning Trap. Throws a trap that applies debuff beams to a number of nearby enemies for a duration. The beam chills enemies and deals cold damage over time. A beam is also applied to you, granting life and mana regeneration based on the number of debuff beams affecting enemies. Trap lasts 4 seconds. Deal 4.3 base cold damage per second. Base duration is 3 seconds. Modifiers to spell damage apply to the skill's damage over time effects. Applies beams to the closest 10 enemies. Grants 6.3 life regen per second if the enemy is affected. Grants 1.5 mana regen, 1.3 life regen, and for each affected enemy, 0.3 mana regen. That looks really... I don't even know if I would want to use this with trapping, though. I would, when I look at this, I don't even know if I would want to use that with the trap ascendancy. Because I feel like, because it's damage over time, I feel like it would do better with... I feel like the damage over time aspect, if I really wanted to scale this, would do better with Trickster. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll just keep going through it. Val Blade Vortex. Release an independently moving vortex of 10 ethereal blades, which lasts for a duration. The vortex moves towards nearby enemies, repeatedly damage enemies that it passes through. Deals 26 to 40 physical damage. Base duration is 5 seconds. Hits enemy every 0.13 seconds. Okay, that's interesting. We have Explosive Trap. Triggers a trap that throws a trap that creates a large explosion when triggers, dealing spell damage in an area. A number of smaller explosions occur around this area in quick succession after the first. Deals 5 to 7 physical damage. 50% of physical damage is converted to fire damage. Trap lasts for 4 seconds, causes 4 smaller I want to use this so bad. Oh, that looks so good. Oh my god, I'm going to use it. Yeah, it's going to happen. Okay. Flamethrower Trap. Throws a trap that releases a number of flames in different directions around when it's triggered. That does sound that interesting to me. The flames last for a duration, rotating around the trap and repeatedly dealing damage. Burning enemies are dealt more damage. Deal 6 to 9 fire damage. Trap lasts for 4 seconds. Base duration is 3.5 seconds. Modifiers to cast speed apply to rotation speed of the flames. Has 4 flames, 25% more damage against burning enemies. Ooh, that looks interesting. I know what I could do with that. Seismic Trap. Throws a trap which, once triggered, repeatedly releases a number of waves for a duration. Each wave deals damage in a series of small bursts in a line, ending with a larger burst. Modifiers to cast speed affect how frequently it releases waves. It's physical damage. Huh. That's interesting. And the last one is Charged Trap Supports. Supports skills which throw a trap. Supported skills have 20% chance to gain a power charge when your trap is triggered by an enemy. Supported skills have 20% chance to gain a frenzy charge when trap is triggered by an enemy. Supported skills have 12% to critical strike multiplier per power charge when used by traps. Supported skills have 6% increased trap throwing speed per frenzy charge. Interesting. Okay, revamped existing skills. In addition to the 12 new gems mentioned above, we reworked around 20 existing skills in order to unlock even more gameplay options. We made changes to the effects, mechanics, function, and balance of these gems to bring them up to the power and quality levels of modern Path of Exile skills. Various systems like Ignite have been improved. Powerful new items. In addition to the 12 new gems described, Update 3.3 also includes 28 new unique items, 20 new divination cards, and many other changes. Interesting. 14 chance to gain Unholy Might for 3 seconds on kill. 94% increased spell damage. Okay. Ooh, another unique. String of Servitude Heavy Belt. Implicit modifier magnitudes are tripled. Wow. That sounds crazy. Okay. Zephyr's Heart Power adds 51 to 59 chaos damage. Items and gem have 50% increased attribute requirements. Chaos damage can ignite, chill, and shock. Gain Soul Eater for 10 seconds when you use a Val skill. Wow, okay. This is just another gem to me. Shaper Seed, Corrupted Shaper Seed. Grants level 23 Purity of Fire skill. 21% increased elemental damage with attack skills. 31% increased mana regeneration rate. 2% of life regenerated per second. Nearby allies can gain 2% of life regenerated per second. Nearby allies gain 40% increased mana regen. And then we have a new card here. 9 times Shrieking Essence. Wow. Okay. And then we have some new support packs. Okay, so let's look at the trailer now. Here.
The Val Temple of Axoatl.
Damn, I pronounced that wrong.
Decadence, cruelty, death. Lost for over 1,000 years. But there is a way to find Axoatl. I will thrust you into the past. But beware. Changing the past will transform the temple's future. Defeat the architects. Open new paths. Steer the temple's construction.
Did I see that right?
Once we locate the ruins of Atzoatl,
did I see that right?
everything within is ours for the taking. Are you ready? Let's make history.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. In Incursion, Alva Valai will transport you into the past to find the lost Val treasure temple of Atzoatl. By spilling more Val blood, your time in the past can be extended. When the incursion ends, the items you earned will shower at your feet. Changes made in the past will affect the temple ruins in the present day. Unlocking doors in the past will allow you to access those rooms later. Killing Val architects will let you swap or upgrade rooms in the temple. You should remove rooms with disadvantages and upgrade rooms which can contain valuable rewards. You only get 11 chances to upgrade the temple before you visit it in the present, so make sure you do as much as you can to maximize your profits. Once you've looted the ruins of Atzoatl, you may return to the past to reset the course of history and try again.
Okay. Okay, so AoE skills and clear speed is definitely what we're looking for here. But let me see if I saw that right. Did I see that right?
Changing the past will transform the temple's future. Defeat the architects. Open new paths. Steer the temple's construction.
That says Atlas of Worlds. I did see that right. That says Atlas of Worlds. Interesting. Okay, alright.
Once we locate the ruins of Atzoatl, everything within is ours for the taking.
Okay, so I saw that right. So from what I can tell from the trailer, one, it's gonna be you definitely need to be able to kill things very quickly, efficiently. We don't know how much health these things actually have. We don't know how much health these characters have. Though this one does have a taste of hate, so we can see where their damage is probably at. We don't know. The initial time looks like it's about 10 seconds. When you first get spawned in, the initial time is about 10 seconds. As you kill mobs, it looks like the smaller mobs give you about 1 second each. And it looks like bigger mobs give you anywhere between about 10. Yeah, about 10, 9 to 10 seconds for killing elites, or rares. So you definitely need sufficient clear speed. You definitely need to be able to get through this area quickly, and efficiently. We don't actually know any of the map layouts since they don't show us any of the map layouts. So we don't know anything like that. We don't know,
But beware.
we don't know if there's any type of debuffs in these rooms, like if there's map modifiers like increased damage or anything like that. We don't know any of that yet. We do know there's 13 rooms. There's 13 rooms, and we get 11 attempts, which means 2 of the rooms will not be available for us when we go in here. So we do have to choose a path that we can take. From the way this line looks, we do have quite a bit of freedom with the way our pathing works. Because we went... I'm saying this because we used this one room to branch 4 times. This one room branches 4 times. It's got the initial branch when we go into it. We branched to Sanctum, we went to Splinters, and we went to Trap. All from halls. Which means we can revisit... It means we can branch off of this. We can branch off of similar areas multiple times, meaning that we aren't limited very much with the way we travel up this temple. Now, I don't know if we need to travel up it, or if we want to just go to the best areas. I don't know if fighting the Apex is necessary. I don't know any of that yet. I don't even know what drops from the Apex, but though I assume if it's anything like Ziri, there's a boss fight up there, and you probably will have a guaranteed unique drop. We don't know what those loot tables like. We don't know anything about that boss room. So that's all interesting. And from what I can tell, so we get 11 chances through 13 rooms, which means if we want to get to the Apex, we have to do at least one of these 2 rooms. And we could do... So that's where the real choice comes in, I guess. Because essentially, you could skip out the Apex. I don't know if you would want to do that, though. So eventually, I don't know if you have to do the Apex. That's an important question we need to find out.
Changing the past will transform the temple's future. Defeat the architects.
Now, she says architects. Are there going to be, like, specific architects that we have to defeat? Are there going to be... Or is it just like they're just named mobs that are called architects, or are specific architects? Because it did appear that there is at least one specific architect. I don't remember... Where was that? Where was it at? See, they only show us what the Apex looks like. There. They show us that Apex.
Are you ready?
No, we did go through it. He did go into the Apex at one point. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on.
But beware. Changing the past will transform the temple's future. Defeat the architects. Open new paths. Steer the temple's construction.
Oh, okay, so my YouTube crashed. Okay. Alright, so quick recovery. New Incursion League looks great. I'm really excited for it. Hope you guys are excited for it. I don't know what all the details are. As you heard, I asked a couple questions that I want to know. But I will be waiting for the patch notes to release. We'll probably get those later. We're only about we're about 20-something days away. It's in June 1st. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm really excited. I'm already thinking of some builds. I'm looking at the new trap gems that look interesting. Already thinking of the builds. So I'll catch you guys all in that. I will definitely have another video out for you with both the flashback event as well as the new, whenever they release the patch notes and stuff for this league, and as well as any skill gems or whatever they release. I'll do have videos for that. But hope you guys enjoyed. That's just the trailer and my thoughts on it, so it's everything involved with it. Catch you guys later. Nuie out.